I'm Catherine.
And I'm Kirby. And for all of you out there throwing a Kentucky Derby party, you already know that the mint julep is the official drink of the Kentucky Derby.
But bourbon enthusiasts Chad Perkins and Sara Ahlgrim recommend creating an old-fashioned cocktail bar.
That's because the old-fashioned cocktail was actually invented right here in Louisville, Kentucky at the Pendennis Club.
We've got an old-fashioned bar, a build-your-own old-fashioned bar, which kind of allows you as the host to take a step back and entertain and let your guests have an interactive element.
That's right, yeah, the old-fashioned, very classic, not a whole lot of ingredients, but there are some choices that you can make. So you do have to decide on what type of bitters you want to go with, what type of simple syrup, and then of course your spirit, which is typically bourbon or rye.
Yeah, so today I think I'm going to go with something a little more bright and outdoorsy. So I'm going to start with some peach bitters. Okay. Whichever bitters you choose, you're just going to do 2 to 3 dashes of that in your mixing glass.
Lovely.
And then here we've got a couple different kinds of simple syrup. I'm going to go with a honey simple syrup because I think that's going to go really nicely with the peach.
Okay, and you're going to do 1/2 ounce of that, right?
I'm going to do 1/2 ounce of that. So whichever syrup you choose, we're going to go with a 1/2 ounce.
Now, Sarah, there is a little bit of a shortcut. I know that's not why we're here today, but we do have our own elemental elixir old-fashioned syrup. We call it Golden Hour. Now, this already has the bitters in there, so it's really all you need is the spirit and 1/2 ounce of this. So I just thought we would say that, but today we're all about building from scratch, right?
That's right.
Giving some options.
Yeah. I'm going to choose the Green River Rye today. I like the herbal notes of the rye, and I think it'll go nicely with the peach and the honey. So I'm going to do 2 ounces, whichever you choose.
Yeah, and sometimes when we do use a bourbon, we choose a higher rye bourbon. You can see we have the Old Granddad 114 over there. That has a couple of advantages in our book. One, the proof, 114. That'll cut through nicely in the cocktail. Some caution advised there. But also it is a higher rye bourbon, so it is closer to a rye whiskey.
I'm just going to add my ice to my mixing glass. And give it a good stir.
Give it the old stir.
Till my mixing glass is chilled. And then I'm going to strain that over some fresh ice. You probably, if you're doing mint juleps, you might already have ice that looks more like this, or you might have the big cubes, which you can use at home. I'm just going to strain into here. And then you do get one more choice. You can choose your garnish. So we've got Luxardo cherries, very popular, citrus. I think for this one I'm going to go with a lemon peel. Okay. So I'm just going to get myself a little lemon peel. I mean, I love that lemon, the fragrance of the citrus in the springtime is.
Yeah, I think you know, when you're having a party and you're having this element to it, go ahead and build your first one the way that you like it. Kind of show people, yeah, it's as easy as this. There's some choices. Here's the different choices that you can make. Here's how I'm going to make mine. And then once they have that, they're probably going to be pretty good to make their own.
I'd also like to put a little card on your Build Your Old Fashioned station that says, you know, the breakdown again, it's 2 ounces of spirit, 1/2 ounce of your syrup, and 2 to 3 dashes of your bitters. So again, they can just guide themselves right through it.
That old-fashioned bar was a great idea.
But don't forget, you're going to need some Kentucky cuisine for your Derby party.
As hosts, we cannot give you access to an open old-fashioned bar without giving you something to munch on as well.
Yes, so some favorites that we have here is some rosemary and maple roasted cashews. We have some country ham and peach bourbon jam right here, and then over here are our mini Mayday pies.
For more great Kentucky Derby entertaining tips, check out Sara and Chad's blog at Whiskey Ambitions.
And with that, you're ready to sit back and enjoy the greatest 2 minutes in sports. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Kirby.
Let's talk Derby.